Hello everyone, sorry it's been a minute. Been really busy in real life type stuff, and honestly there's been a lot of other games I've been playing. But so we're gonna do a catch-up video and fill you in on a bunch of stuff. So we're gonna start out with where the locations are for these lonesome residents. I have them all tagged on my map with personal pins as well as a couple other things, but so we've got 1 through 8 are our loners, and there is one in every major town. So we have our first one here in Erba at the wedding hall. Our second in Castleton is inside the inn in the cooking spot. Third Yenta. He's up on the cliff face next to the sanctum. Our fourth is in Kanina, over in this little residential area. Our fifth is over on Watchman's Tower at Watcher's Post. Number 6 is Pure Light Tower. He's on, I believe it's the 2nd floor, in one of the rooms with a bunch of books. Starlight Observation Ruins, she's up top, where you got to take the pitons, usually where you jump on the whale. And then our final one is in the Sanctuary Oasis. She's in this tent right over here. That covers our 8 lonesome villagers. Now, why do we want to go talk to these lonesome villagers? We're going to go to one that I haven't gone to yet. I learned the hard way that if you continue to go to the same one, you get the same items. So, you take your fancy little gifts that you get from either being online for an hour or your codex reward. So you get these little gifts, and then you go to these villagers and give them these gifts because they're so lonely. They will give you a present back. Oh my goodness. And why this is relevant to what I care about and what possibly you care about is they give you things for your house. Now, I haven't put any of them in my house yet. As you can see, I got the same one. Sort it out real quick. But they are furniture items that you can put in your houses, and they are like food things. So, fun decoration stuff. So that's what the 7 lonesome residents are for. We are gonna go back over to Castleton. Like I said, we're kind of going over things that have happened since I've been gone. So this is part of the Christmas event. So there's some stuff you can do with the Christmas event. There's obviously the like PvP event going on, and you can earn rewards, these star coins. Why are these star coins relevant to us? If you come over to Mr. Santa, the Star Tree Coin Exchange Merchant, he has things that you can buy with these coins. One of them being furniture item, a small little tree, which is really cool, and then just a bunch of other stuff, outfits, morph stones, events type items. So yeah, you can get that little furniture tree from him, so that's why we care about that. If you do your codex extra, right? Yep, extra. You get the little chest like I was talking about. You get rewards for each part of the quest, food, and then those coins. That's fun. I haven't finished mine, obviously. I haven't done the fishing stuff, but lots of fun stuff you can get. Let's see. So let's go over to the crafting station. Remember to buy your weekly stuff, turn in anything you got, buy your rares. I have not noticed anything new in the stores, unfortunately, since I've been gone, but I did find that there is a new epic item that you can craft. Oh yes, So the Desert Overlord set, so now you can do Queen Belander shards and get a bed, a chair, a table. So there's more to this set than the whales set. I think that was it though, but just more grindiness and, again, in my opinion, things that don't match with everything else. But you know, if you got the shards and the time and you want to do it, go for it. So a lamp. So yeah, quite a few more items for that. And then we have our dyes, which we are gonna kind of go over where to find them per a request from a viewer. So the simplest way to explain this is the dyes kind of are like a random drop, so you can find an item, like a looting item for it in specific areas. Now, like I said, I had extra pins here, so I did have a couple areas onto where I have found where these herbs do spawn. So over here in Burkant and Crimson. But the easiest way, guys, to find this is honestly you go I guess if you don't have any dye, you can't really click on the dye to see. So you go to the item. This one I haven't found yet. You need red pigment, or I guess I have found it. I just haven't crafted it. And you click on it, and you go to the how to acquire button, and it's going to tell you where you can find these herbs. So there's a ton of different areas that you can find these herbs. They basically spawn all across the map. Now we're going to go find one real quick. Well, hopefully real quick. And I'm going to show you kind of what I'm talking about here. For can't. Here to my favorite tree farming spot, honestly. The first time I found these, I was actually just doing, I think, the Crimson event for the day. But I've kind of traveled all over looking for them for you guys, and it seems like they kind of spawn all around the area. But see, so the downside to these is they don't show up on your mini-map, as you can see here. Here's two of them not on the map. So they say wild yellow herb, wild blue herb, and you loot them. And I've honestly got some that just give me a bunch of like random ones as well. So like you'll get the main one, and then you'll get some other ones. So like I think I got a white one, and it came with some reds and some black pigment. So they're pretty random. They're hard to find because they're not on the map, but they're very unique looking. See, so like right there, you just need to kind of like move your cursor around to find them. They kind of look like just like a little gathering. See, like right there, red, white. So they give you random stuff at the same time. So there's not really a set spot, guys, to find them. They're just in these areas, and you kind of got to look around. Some areas do seem to be more dense, so like right here in the Burkant. Over here I found a couple in Crimson. When I was down here in Golden Rye pastures, I ran around a lot. I kind of only found some around here by the Boon. So yeah, I wish I could tell you more, but basically you're just gonna kind of have to look around. There was some close to the waypoint over here in Black Howl, but yeah, they're basically in all the zones. Unfortunately, that's how they work. I'm sorry, I couldn't really give you better detailing there, but they do give quite a few, so you can go to your crafting log and kind of see how many of each you need to make whatever you're trying to make, which is nice. At least you can kind of plan it out as you are actively farming. But so that's it for that stuff. Okay, so we're in Urba, and we are at the Combat Coin Merchant down here at the base of the town. So when you go to him, obviously it's blocked out for me right now because I am not at this ranking. You can buy rare furniture scrolls and decoration scrolls, obviously weekly limit of 1 each, but you can purchase them with Solent as long as you meet the seasonal ratings. So that is just more ways for you to do things in the game and get stuff for your housing stuff. Let's see. And then if we go to the shop, housing section, you can see obviously they added in some winter bundles. You can get this little guy, which is really cute, a little carousel and some cushions. You can get this, which I already purchased, a cute little stove, candle holder, a rug, and a little village set. Then they have some flooring and wallpaper, which we're gonna go to my house and check out. And they've got some other stuff in here, the Queen Belander flooring and wallpaper as well, to go with the items that they did add in. Ornate coins, I did not notice anything new, but reminder, you have your monthly resets for your scrolls and life coins and additives. So let's go to our house. All right, so we're at the house. So first things first, I have not done anything to my house since the last video, honestly, where I added some Halloween stuff in, because like I said, I've been really busy in real life and honestly playing other games like Arc Raiders and things like that. But so they did make some changes here as well, so you can manage your storage is a little bit nicer looking. So you can see your storage chest, your inventory, and your main stuff. So it looks like you can kind of move things around in a different manner here. So I'm gonna put this stoop, move furniture. Now you can move it into your storage chest, which we're gonna try this out because obviously this is new, so I haven't done it. So if we move it into our storage chest, what happens afterwards? Okay, so we now have 1 item in our storage chest. We have 50 slots. It looks like we can expand this with some Solent. Okay, so it expanded 10. Let's keep going. I got the money to do it. Let's see how many we can do before it wants Lucent. Looks like it's 500k each time. Okay. All right, so it looks like we got up to 140 capacity, which starting was 50, so that's a decent amount increase before it requires Solent. Or sorry, Lucent. I'm not going to do that obviously because I don't really have a need for that. Okay, so now that we have this upgraded and we have this in here, what happens when we want to move this? Okay, so it looks like it's still free to whatever house. I assume obviously once we put it in the house, it's going to want a ticket to move it to another house though. So let's see. All right, so we put the item in our house. Now let's see if we wanted to move it elsewhere, what happens. Okay, so it still wants you to use a ticket to put it in your storage or to move it, and it costs the same either way. So I can see what they're doing here. Basically, your furniture storage chest, this is kind of redundant in my opinion. Like, your items should just directly go to your storage chest in my opinion, but I see what they're doing. So basically they're creating more room for you from your miscellaneous inventory because obviously these items are in here. So now I guess it's not redundant actually. Okay, here, hear me out. So you can now move your miscellaneous inventory into your furniture storage chest. Now, the reason they don't have you doing this automatically is if you perfect craft something and you want to sell it on the market. That makes sense. So now you can still, you know, sell stuff on the market. You don't have to worry about it, but you can also now move all this stuff out of your miscellaneous inventory into just your storage chest and you can redistribute them from there. So obviously now I moved a bunch of those out and I have more room. So that's great. Less clutter sounds great. Awesome. I wish it was a little more easier and intuitive to do that, but at least it's here. So that's cool. And now we have our stuff that we can put around in the house. Everything else seems to be the same from what it looks like. Customization. So let's preview our Christmas stuff. Look at that. Looking like Santa's workshop. Obviously, we still cannot adjust the housing color, unfortunately. But that's fine. That looks very festive, very cool. Alright, let's check out Queen Belandier's. Very deserty, oasis-y, pretty cool. But yeah. Fun stuff. I still like my stuff. But that is it on that stuff. So let's go check out the chair interaction. Okay, so we got different seating interactions. Okay, how do we get out of it? Okay, we just move boldly different ways? Question mark? Properly. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it looks very awkward, at least on the rocking chair. We can't sit on that. Okay, what about, well, these are up against that, so that's probably gonna look, let's go check out the bed, I guess. And then we'll check out stuff to the left. Okay, that's good. Okay. The right. Okay, we're still on one side, so I wonder if someone else were to come lay down, if they would be on the other side then. It looks alright on the bed. I don't really have a complaint with that. Let's check out here. I feel like your hands aren't actually like... Okay. I mean, at least we can interact with it. Cool. It's still a little awkward though. A little awkward, but we can interact with it, so that's something. That's cool. Okay. I believe that was it though for this update. I'm gonna be honest, guys. Obviously, our original housing battle pass has now gone and passed, so we cannot get extra life coins and stuff from that anymore. I don't know if they have plans for another one in the future or whatnot. But yeah, that seems to be it. If you guys have any other questions or requests, please hit me up down below in the comments. Let me know what you think about all the new stuff, if you've been using the die system at all, and that'll be it for now. I will catch you guys later. Have a wonderful time. Happy holidays. Hope you all are well. Bye!